Wayno, brother Wayno, old co-host of Everyday Struggle after Joe and Star left. Technically part of the Boring Avengers, but everything is getting retracted on this one right here.
It takes more than one.
I called him part of the Boring Avengers for the Dreamville Festival stream.
Yeah.
Oh, you called him that?
Well, he was part of that group. Mm-hmm. He was part of that group, everybody had a specialty of that. They all contributed to it. Though,
like it's not his fault, but
he wasn't the crutch of it. You know what I'm saying?
He was definitely that Rocket Raccoon. Like,
he was definitely part of that squad, though. You know, but Wayno, number one, he started a podcast. You can give us a little bit of background about the podcast because I can't remember what the name of it is. I'll look it up while you tell us a little bit.
I was about to say, so the podcast, it's very simple. It's nothing too crazy. It's literally just him and a camera. I think he has somebody behind like the camera, but they don't even really speak a word. And it's only one episode of the podcast. There's 2 videos on YouTube, but I think it's only one episode of the podcast.
So
but
they in the origin phase still. They're getting their baby steps. They're really still finding their footing, right?
Yeah, I mean, Wayno been in this shit so long. Even if he starts something new, is it really new?
Yeah, it's a new venture. It's always a new venture. Because it's never ensured that your audience is going to follow you everywhere you go. Some people don't have it like that.
Y'all fuck with Wayno as a person?
I do like Wayno.
I respect Wayno. I like
for sure.
That's really what
he hasn't done anything I thought that was like stupid.
Hear me out.
Hear me out.
Is that the name of it?
And he just up there.
This is an old podcast that he used to have called Hear Me Out. Let me go back to his.
It's not on his YouTube page. Just go to his YouTube page.
I thought I found his YouTube page, but you know what? When I followed him on Instagram, and I found his YouTube page, the YouTube page that he had linked in the bio only had like 1,000 subscribers, like 1,600 subscribers. Yeah. But the one that I just found has like 21,000, but it looks like he hasn't uploaded there for 2 years. So he did 3 episodes and then just like stopped doing that podcast pretty much.
So he just has a YouTube channel.
Yeah, so he's relaunching with a brand new YouTube channel, it looks like.
And it's probably going to be an actual podcast like coming. But if you do want to watch the new YouTube video, it's in podcast formula. It's everything a podcast is.
So he's dolo too on top of that.
Yeah, which is kind of crazy. Like it was watchable. Like I can listen to Wayno by himself and not feel uncomfortable. Like,
and honestly, the whole one person on the mic, and it's really you and your
thoughts
and your producer. I feel like
there's normally they could be a good ad-libber, but
it's really you. You're really carrying it, but it's that's that text-only format.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Not everybody could do that though. Especially
it's actually one of the hardest forms to do.
In a sustainable way. Like
in a sustainable way for sure.
A dude like 𝙿𝙾𝚃 can do it, but that's because he stands up and does it every fucking night. So it's different just talking to yourself and trying to keep the continuous flow. And
it depends. Like a lot of people that do the one-man podcast, they're literally talking about things they want to talk about, which in turn makes it easier. Like Tim Dillon, political. Bill Burr,
that's true.
Just asking people questions, people asking them questions, answering questions.
Yeah, that's
true. It's never
true.
Nothing outside of what they already do.
Yeah, I never tried that. And I don't think I've done one-man podcasts before, but man, my shit sucked. Like my energy, my energy was all over the place is because I couldn't figure out where I wanted my energy to be at by myself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it was like...
It's a weird flow.
Yeah, I felt like I kept doing too much at moments, and then I felt like I was doing too little at other moments, but there's nobody here, nigga. It was me, the camera, and the computer, you know? Yeah. So I'm like, damn, this is way fucking harder. You know what I'm saying? That's
why I respect Instagram Live as like its own piece of artwork, because people who do it right, the people on there, and they can just convey a message, and it's poetic, and it just flows.
No, I can do live. That I can do.
It's kind of the same thing.
It's a little bit easier.
What, with Twitch?
What's the difference?
The difference is, even though you're by yourself, there's still a chat.
Yeah, it's a chat.
It's still a chat. Yeah, the chat makes you not alone.
Yeah.
You know, so even
gives you a crutch.
And even if nobody's typing in the chat, and there's just a number, and it says 5. There are 5 people you're talking to. You know what I mean? So it's literally not just numero uno.
So you might have 5-person energy.
Right, exactly.
You know exactly how to dictate the tone.
Fact.
That's the thing. Even if there's one person in the room, that's enough to like kind of siphon energy off of.
Yeah,
you
that's
know
true.
What I mean, so that's really all you need.
Even if it's just a person doing the computer work.
Literally.
Because back then, even if they don't laugh out loud, them smiling, you know you're on to something.
And it's just energetic.
So you watched his full podcast of the new one.
Yeah, the new one.
Which I don't know. I can't even tell what the name is even by the...
It's no name, but
yeah, it's just
literally...
Like, is it over yet?
Is it over yet? 𝚑 versus Drizzy Beef.
Continued.
And honestly, y'all can imagine what he said. Just basically his opinion on just the whole situation as far as like Kendrick winning and, you know, his stance on it. But it was pretty good. It was pretty good.
And honestly,
y'all would probably love it based off what he said.
Yeah, and honestly, you're right.
Yeah.
We should never do music takes again, apparently.
Yeah.
And but outside of that, the only reason that we're like highlighting that too is because what went viral, it wasn't from Wayno's podcast, it was an appearance he did.
Yeah.
At Mr. 𝔓𝔦𝔐𝔓𝔦𝔑 Network. Oh,
Yeah,
this dude is a
shout out
network.
𝔓𝔏.
Yeah, shout out to 𝔓𝔏. You're an empathetic guy.
Is that the word?
Yeah, you're an empathetic guy. You allowed another person to convey his feelings and emotions without interruption. Sadly, he didn't give you that same gesture.
Exactly. Yeah, nah.
Wayno cooked this nigga, bruh. Holy shit, he was cooking that nigga.
On his own podcast.
Yeah.
And like,
with 3 words, too. What's your opinion?
Yeah, literally.
Like,
Bro.
what's your opinion?
And that's a rare occurrence, unless you're like a fresh and fit.
Yeah,
You're
that's
normally
true.
not getting cooked on your own platform.
That's true. Yeah, the dude. But I mean, what Wayno said, what do you think? It's so loud though, because that's how most people move, especially with music. But like most people, their feeling is based off of what they've read.
Yeah.
And honestly, bro, and it's just human nature, even for myself. Like, I can't hear too much reactions of something because when I'm going into it, if I've watched too many reactions, I'm just looking for all the reasons that people said these things.
Yeah, like
you know what I mean?
If I watch a No Jumper video and I'm anticipating on talking about it up here, I'm not looking at the comments.
Yeah, I can't.
Like, it's one of those things. Like,
yeah,
but,
because I just did that recently with that Breakfast Club interview. Some chick that's facing 40 years.
Damn.
But she broke
chick.
she's like the district. I don't know. Long story short,
Sure sounds important.
I was watching the Star. Star was shitting on him.
Yeah.
Shitting on her. Like, yeah, you have to do the time. Like, you literally broke the law. But as I'm like watching it, I'm like, where's the parts that he's looking for? And I was like, fuck, this is ruining my experience of like just watching it with a fresh mind. Because I heard somebody already shitting on this moment.
And the human mind's a tricky thing.
It really
if you
is,
put a
bro.
lens in front of it, it's gonna see in that color.
And it's funny because it's like people, you know, kind of pooped on our opinions, but opinions is literally what makes you an individual.
Right.
You know what I mean? And some people, I saw some comments that were like, all right, bad opinion, I'll take that. But like some of these comments was like, y'all shouldn't have a headspace in hip hop. Like y'all brain shouldn't even conceive the thoughts of hip hop conversations.
But you know they don't mean that.
Yeah,
it's the internet. You know, that's what comes with this game.
I genuinely believe they do mean that though.
Some of them.
I do, bro. I do.
Some of them.
I think they feel it, but like deep down, are they gonna sign a petition?
There was a nigga
to get us to never talk about rap again. Like, how much do you really give a fuck? That's what I'm saying.
They don't.
Tony, there was a nigga in the comments, and I was about to respond to your bitch ass. He was like, y'all guys' takes are stupid. The main consensus is that Kendrick won. I had to delete the comments. I was about to go crazy on the stage. The main consensus? Are you a grown man? What does the main consensus even mean?
That's a vaginal word, right?
That's a vaginal word. That's a very like
nigga taking surveys.
The nigga spotting. Why are you watching us?
But going back to what Wayno said, but what do you think?
What is your opinion?
Yeah, because right now, just let's play that clip. Y'all are only going to hear audio. We're not going to be able to put anything on the screen right now.
Because white man is not here.
Because white man's not here, but this shit hits either way, so.
Kendrick Lamar is overrated.
Bro, yes.
Where's he overrated at?
Tell me
who's overrated.
So you're telling me,
tell me who's overrated.
You're telling me I'm the only person in the world who thinks Kendrick Lamar is overrated.
No, because people think Drake is overrated. Because people think Drake is overrated.
So wait.
I'm asking you specifically what makes him overrated.
I'm telling you he's overrated to me because a lot of...
to you, what makes him overrated?
Bro, but it's my opinion. What are you talking about?
I'm asking you. All right, so we can't have... Wait. So we can't have a contextual conversation.
I'm saying what makes him overrated. I'm about to tell you.
You just keep saying, yo, he's just overrated to me because I don't like him. Tell me what makes him overrated to you.
I'm about to tell you. Okay. He's overrated because a lot of people think he's number one. I just compared him to Kawhi Leonard.
He said his opinion and said a lot of people.
Bro.
Go ahead.
What the? Wait, listen, bro. Listen.
Because you said this is my opinion and you said a lot of people.
Bro, because this is my opinion. I see a lot of people with him and I think they put him.
What do you think?
I'm telling you, this is what I think, Wayne.
You got to defend yourself better than that on your own podcast. But Wayno was being unreasonable.
You think so?
I know exactly what he was not about to say.
Yeah.
But his whole thing for saying a lot of people think he's overrated, like a lot of people have to think something for you to think that he's underrated. You get what I'm saying? He was about to break into like a lot of people think he's this good. Me, on the other hand, thinks otherwise. But Wayno wouldn't let him get past. Why you going off with the other niggas say? You taking surveys and shit.
But at the same time,
he didn't let him get past that point. But like, just based off how he set it up, I'm like, I think he's going in that direction.
It's kind of like he is.
My bad. Something's over there.
Oh, okay. It's kind of like what he did with it's kind of like what happened with the white man argument. Oh no, we just tripped.
Oh shit. It was De Niro. He was making a lot of noise, nigga.
You're stupid.
I just wanted to get red bar to see you walking.
It's almost like the with Lauren when you stopped him on the Amanda Seals joint. It's like we know where you're going, but it's same with this nigga. You can't start with when I ask you a question about your opinion. You can't start with a lot of people. It's like you fucked it up. You have to rephrase that.
You have to rephrase it, and if that is your opinion, you can rephrase it because it's coming from here.
Yeah,
you get what I mean. So you just gotta rework it. And he wasn't trying to do that, dog. He wasn't trying to do that. He was literally about to bring up other people's opinions to kind of
validate his to
make a safety net,
which makes it crazy though, because it's like I'm only asking about yours. I didn't ask about nobody else's.
That's what I'm saying.
So it's kind of hard, bro. But when Wayno hit him with that, the nigga's face was like, the nigga was defeated,
because this nigga won't shut up.
God, he hooked him, bro. Holy shit!
And it was
but there's so many people like that. It's regular, bro. Most people, especially nowadays, the shit that they feel is from everything they've heard.
Yeah.
And honestly, we're not even even in the Drake and Kendrick Lamar battle at all, bro. We can't even say right now that Family Matters goes crazy. Like you're not allowed to vocally say that.
Yeah.
I already,
for some reason.
Like I know Kendrick won. It's not even close. He won.
Yeah.
But Family Matters goes crazy. That's an issue to a lot of people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
Like those things aren't mutually exclusive.
Right. It's like, bro, I acknowledge who the fuck won, but there's still wins in this. You know what I'm saying? On both sides.
And then, I did go to, because I had to do some research. I went to Mr. J Hill page.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just trying to see what he posts, what his podcast is about.
Because, it says network, so he must have more than one show.
If you go to his page, it's basically just him. He's not even talking to people all the time.
Okay.
He does, but they're not as interesting as Wayno.
Gotcha.
Like Wayno is probably one of the more interesting people he talked to in the last couple of months. Like just go to his page and scroll down.
I'm looking at it, and I've seen
this. A bunch of randoms.
Well, I'm not gonna call them randoms, but it's still,
Did you recognize? Did you recognize any of them?
I mean,
it looked like Wayno gave him a crazy stimulus package.
That's what I'm saying. Wayno gave him something
based off these views.
Hell yeah!
But yeah, shout out to Jay Will, man. In the future, just hold your conviction stronger.
Yeah, nah, man.
Maybe that's why he doesn't podcast with a lot of people.
Yeah, because his point gets pushed off too easily.
That might happen more than once.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But that might be a whole other category of podcasting. Like, come on my podcast and prove me wrong.
That literally
it's like Steven Crowder shit, but instead of winning every time he losing.
Yeah, true.
Yeah,
I'll watch it.
Not everybody has like a podcast to have an opinion. Like some people have it just to market whatever they want to market, to get in whatever market.
I got a book coming out.
That is true, because it's that's the thing that's funny with like podcasters, and we are just kind of generally just like talking about what this nigga's page might be like. We don't know either. You know what I'm saying?
We can't see it because white man's not here.
We are.
Well, not even that, just like the content outside of that. But even with a lot of these podcasts, sometimes before I'll be like, I'm thinking, oh, I'm about to cook this shit. Like, this shit sucks. And then I'll be like, step back, because I'm like, this is just a paycheck for this nigga. He actually doesn't give a fuck about this podcast.
Like, it's not that
me cooking it, what's the point?
Yeah, you saying it's bad is not gonna hurt his feelings.
It's not, because he was never in it to make it good anyway.
He might just be upset that you're talking a little loud.
That's about it.
You might convince some other people listening, but
That's true. Yeah, that's true. But outside of that, there's so many people with podcasts that they're never trying to make that shit good.
Bro, like in a podcast, man, it's like a new website.
Yeah.
You feel me? For like some businesses and like some people.
Yeah.
Like same way you need a website, now you gotta have a podcast.
There's a bunch of niggas with useless LLCs and shit too.
Hell yeah, nigga.
But shout out to Wayno going crazy. I'm definitely gonna check out his solo, like the Wayno show. Well, I don't even know if it's the Wayno show. Let's just call it the Wayno show for now. Just because I'm not sure what it is. There's no titles in there.
The Wayno
But
show.
if it's got elements of that energy, and Wayno talks good music commentary anyway. You know what I mean? Like I enjoyed him on Everyday Struggle.
That's his forte.
Because he has good music commentary. And he's
he's vetted in the industry.
He's vetted. Yeah, like he was one of those people that had the internship at Rock Nation type shit. You know, like
managerial experience.
Yeah, like
he's been through the ringer with rap, nigga.
Yeah, for real. So that's the person that we do want to hear from. Yeah, that's the person we do want to hear from.
Managing Rock Marciano before he was pimping.
So, but yeah, let's move over to somebody else's